Have you ever wondered how the seemingly impossible becomes possible? How some inmates manage to outwit the system and disappear into thin air? It's a question that has puzzled many of us. The concept of prison escapes. They're the stuff of Hollywood movies and best-selling novels, but they're also a reality that's as baffling as it is compelling. What is it that makes these escapes so captivating? Perhaps it's the audacity of the inmates, the ingenious plans they concoct, or the sheer willpower and determination that drive them to risk everything for freedom. These escapes, though rare, challenge our understanding of what is feasible. They push the boundaries of human ingenuity and resilience, often leaving us in awe of the lengths some individuals will go to reclaim their liberty. So, buckle up as we delve into the shadows of the prison system. Today, we embark on a journey through time, piecing together the most incredible cases of prison escapes. Our first case takes us back to the year 1848, a time when prison security was not as sophisticated as today. The stage is set in the land down under Australia at the Fremantle Prison, a notorious penitentiary housing criminals of all sorts. But our story revolves around a remarkable group of inmates, 38 Irish political prisoners, jailed for their relentless pursuit of independence from British rule. These were not your typical convicts. Many of them were military men, proficient in tactics and strategy, which they would soon apply in a daring plan of escape. The plot was audacious, to say the least. They planned to tunnel their way out of the prison. It was a high-stakes game of liberty or death, for if they were caught, the consequences would be dire. For 7 long months they toiled in secrecy, using spoons, knives, and whatever crude tools they could lay their hands on. Every night, under the cloak of darkness, they dug, moving just a few inches closer to freedom. The sheer courage it took to undertake such a feat is unimaginable. They were driven by a burning desire for freedom, and perhaps a dash of desperation. The tunnel was finally completed in November that year. It was a narrow, claustrophobic passage just wide enough for a man to crawl through. The escape was meticulously planned to coincide with a noisy event in the prison that would muffle the sound of their breakout. And so, on a fateful night, 38 men crawled through the earth and emerged into the cool Australian night, tasting freedom for the first time in years. The escape shook the prison system to its core. The guards were left scratching their heads, staring at the gaping hole in the prison floor. The audacious escape of the Irish political prisoners became a legendary tale, a testament to human resilience and the unyielding spirit of freedom. And just like that, they vanished into the night, leaving behind a baffled prison system. Now, fast forward to World War II, a time when the stakes were incredibly high. In the midst of the chaos and destruction, an audacious plan was being hatched within the confines of Stalag Luft III. This was not just any prison, it was a German POW camp, home to captured Allied airmen. The plan? The Great Escape, an operation that would go down in history as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The masterminds of this daring escape were not career criminals, but soldiers and airmen, men of honor who understood the risks and were willing to take them. They were determined to break free from their captors, but they knew that a simple run for it wouldn't cut it. They needed a plan. An intricate, near-impossible plan. And so, under the very noses of their captors, they began to dig. Not 1, not 2, but 3 tunnels, aptly named Tom, Dick, and Harry. Each tunnel was a remarkable feat of engineering, equipped with wooden supports, air ducts, and even electric lighting. They dug with spoons with their bare hands, anything they could find. Every night, they would remove the dirt in their trousers, scattering it around the camp to avoid detection. But the audacity of the plan lay not just in the tunnels, but in the sheer number of men involved. 76 men, each one prepared to crawl through a tunnel barely wide enough to accommodate a man's shoulders, all in the hopes of tasting freedom once again. It was a moonless night in March when they made their move. One by one they slipped into the tunnel and crawled their way to freedom, emerging on the other side of the barbed wire fence. It was a dangerous, heart-stopping journey, but they made it. All 76 of them. 76 men crawled to their freedom that night, marking one of the most audacious escapes in history. From the war-ridden landscapes of Europe, we move to the notorious Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary. Situated on an island in the frigid waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz was often considered America's most secure prison. It was believed to be escape-proof, until one fateful day in June of 1962. 3 men, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin, did the unthinkable. They managed to escape from Alcatraz, leaving behind a mystery that continues to baffle us even today. Their escape plan was nothing short of ingenious. For months they chiseled away at the vents in their cells using discarded spoons and a homemade drill. They covered their tracks with painted cardboard and built lifelike dummy heads to fool the guards during nighttime checks. Once they had tunneled their way through the prison walls, they climbed to the roof and descended a 50-foot wall, before inflating homemade life rafts and life jackets made from stolen raincoats. Their destination? Freedom, somewhere on the mainland. The next morning, when the guards found the dummy heads in their beds, the alarm was raised. An exhaustive manhunt ensued, but the escapees were never found. The official line from the FBI was that the men drowned in the icy waters of the bay, their bodies swept out to sea. But over the years, numerous sightings, letters, and claims have suggested otherwise. The Anglin family even received a photograph in the mail, allegedly showing the brothers alive and well in Brazil in the 1970s. Despite extensive investigations, no concrete evidence has ever been found to definitively prove their fate. Did they drown in the treacherous currents of the bay, as the authorities claim, or did they manage to elude capture and live out their days in freedom? Their daring escape still captivates us decades later as we wonder, did they make it or didn't they? From Australia's Fremantle prison to the impenetrable Alcatraz, we've journeyed through some of the most incredible escapes in history. Let's take a step back and revisit these audacious tales of daring and meticulous planning. We began with the mystery of the unseen escape from Australia's Fremantle prison. The audacity of the inmates to vanish into thin air, leaving behind only a hollowed-out tunnel and a multitude of unanswered questions, is truly mind-boggling. The fact that these men managed to escape from a maximum security prison, undetected, is a testament to their cunning and tenacity. Next, we delved into the liberty or death escape of 1848. This tale of unyielding resolve and desperate courage left us breathless. 6 Irish convicts, determined to escape or die trying, hatched an audacious plan. They seized control of a whaling ship and sailed across the perilous Atlantic Ocean to freedom, leaving us in awe of their bravery and determination. Then there was the Great Escape of 1944, a meticulously planned and executed breakout from a German POW camp during World War II. 76 men crawled through tunnels so narrow, it's hard to comprehend how they managed it. Yet they did, in a testament to human spirit and ingenuity. The audacity of this escape, coupled with the lingering questions about the fate of the 50 escapees who were recaptured, continues to captivate us. Finally, we arrived at the Alcatraz Escape of 1962. 3 men achieved what was thought impossible. They escaped from the so-called unescapable Alcatraz. The precision, the planning, the sheer audacity of their escape plan, and the enduring mystery of their fate continue to fascinate us. In the face of the impossible, these inmates dared to defy the odds. Their stories continue to intrigue us, leaving us wondering, what does it truly take to escape the inescapable?